Hi everyone and welcome to Brick Arena. I've got a small haul video for you this time, and to be honest I deliberated whether even to bother showing you this one or whether to just get straight on and part them out. But I know how keen you guys are to see what deals there are out there and what I've been picking up, so I thought I would share this after all. Now recently Tesco had a sale on all of their Lego, and there was typically 20 to 33% off a lot of sets, and I'll try and put a picture up to show you some of the sets that were available. Now it would have been really easy to go out there and pick up lots and lots of sets, all that were on discount. But you have to be really careful when you stood in the aisles, check the prices, check the part out value, and see whether they're worth picking up for your Bricklink stores. Now, of course, if you're not buying for a store and it's for personal use and you think you're getting a good deal, then that's fine. You just buy away. That's perfect. But for me, this was all about buying for the store, and I actually limited my purchases from everything on offer in Tesco to just 3 sets. So I'm going to show you what those are. So the first set was this 76119. This was the Joker. Pursuit of Joker, and this was down from, I think, around normal retail prices about 25, and this was down to 16.50, which when I looked at the part out value was a reasonable part out value. Not amazing. It was close to the 3 times part out value. And you know, we've probably talked before in videos when we're looking at Bricklink how much faith you can put in to the part out value. It's fluctuating all the time. As these sets get picked up and parted out, that's probably gonna diminish even further. But I thought, you know, with the superheroes, minifigs usually sell okay, and anything with a Batman logo on is usually a good sign. So that was the first set that I picked up, and I picked up 5 of those. So let me put those out there. So what was the second set that I picked up? Second set was this one, and this has been on offer a few times before. This is 70419. It's the hidden side. I'm not sure what the official name is, but it's this this fishing trawler. And I looked at the part out value for this, and again this was around about a 3 times part out. This was on sale also for 16.50, I believe, and of all of the hidden side sets, this one jumped out at me, at least at this kind of price point, a little bit, because there are a number of things going for it. I mean, first of all, it's got a couple of good minifigures in it. The Captain Jonas minifigure, for instance, is one that seems to be relatively popular. It's also got this this crocodile or alligator in here in a unusual kind of tan colour. You got the canoe boat, which is a nice part, and it's got a few other nice bits and pieces in it. So as a part out value of 3 times, it was worth picking up. Again, not outstanding, but you know, worth it. So I actually picked up 6 of these. Now 6 because I picked one up for myself. I like the look of the actual set, so I'm probably going to build that and maybe put it in my city. The rest will be for part out for the store. Now the third set that I picked up was another hidden side set, and pretty much every hidden side set that Tesco are likely to stock, so that excludes the bigger sets like the train and the schoolhouse or whatever it is. Unfortunately, they didn't have the school bus, which is one I still haven't picked up and would really like to pick up at a good price. But this one was a fairly new one, and this was a good part out. This is 70427. This, again, I'm not really sure what the official name of this is, but this one had some nice parts in in new colours. And those of you who've looked at some of my videos on parting out, if you look at, I think my second last video was about some of the checks that I do when I'm checking on these, and so there were some new parts in this that I thought would be worth having, and I thought that would be good sellers. So again, this is round about the 3 times part out value, and worth picking up. So again, I picked up 5 of these, and really, you know, the debate for me when I'm stood in the aisle, and I have to be honest, I struggled myself a little this time, thinking, now should I get you know, 10 of one and maybe 5 of another, or just go all in on one set? And I decided not to do that. And the reason that I don't do that is really because of getting some variety into the store. So if I'd have put all my money into one basket, then sure, I'd have had quantity, but I wouldn't have had very much variety in there. So I figured stick with variety, 5 of each set, and that's my choice at least. So if I'd have had a lot more money to throw away, maybe I'd have gone for 10 of each, but anyway, 5 of each did me for now. Now, the only other thing that I picked up was some of these. Now, I haven't really jumped in on these. These are the latest DC superhero minifigures, and as we know, there was a real price hike on these. These went up, I think, to £3.50 in the UK. Now, I was in Morrison's the other day, and they're selling these now for £2.40, which is not an amazing price, but it's a good sort of third off. And these were really just for my own use, just to flesh out my own series. I did have a look on eBay and Bricklink, and I thought, you know, is it worth picking out? There was a ton of, for instance, Jokers in there, and some other very obvious particular figures in there. But when I looked on eBay, they were going for ridiculously cheap prices. And honestly, I don't know how people are picking these up and selling them so cheaply on eBay. And I have seen a few questions along that similar vein on some of the Bricklink type forums. So I did pick up 10 of these for my own use. Had a good feel, picked out so that I kind of knew which ones I was picking up, and I'm happy with that, but decided not to go all in and buy for resale. I didn't think they were a good buy. Now, one other thing to tell you, not so much of a haul, but just wanted to show you the latest Blocks magazine. And as usual, it's a nice issue. Lots of content in here. This intrigues me about, you know, how these are going to sell, the new Dots theme. And there's quite a big article in here about the Dots theme, and you get a good look at some of the tiles and things that's going to be in there. I really don't know what they're going to be like to sell on Bricklink, etc. But one of the things about the new edition is they've changed, and they have started binding these differently. I think the paper is a different quality paper. There's a nice article there on the new modular, etc. Article there on different storage solutions, etc. You know, so Blocks is always a good magazine. Pick it up if you've not read it before. Give it a go. Just wanted to point out that it is, you know, change its format slightly and change the binding, etc. Now, that's it for this time. Got some other topics lined up from more of a Bricklink perspective. I'm still trying not to buy enormous amounts. Literally continuously parting out. I'm in the middle of parting out 24 times a pretty big creative box, so that'll be adding 24,000 parts to the store. And just earlier today, I've been parting out some used collectible minifigures, putting those into the store. I don't normally do used, but I figured that, you know, that was a good way to get rid of the minifigures from some of the used lots that I've bought for myself. So that's it. If anybody's got any questions, any comments, leave them down below. If there's any topics you want on a Bricklink topic, then shoot me a line and I'll see what I can do in the future. That's all for now. Speak to you all soon. Bye for now.